Presuming that you're in here and you're a business owner and you want to grow your life and your business in a way that is aligned with you and who you are, I really want to give you a small installments of what I think will actually potentially change your life. And today I want to talk to you about the first bold move that any business owner should make in order to create exponential results in your business and in your personal life as well. Okay. We are talking about alignment. I am a business coach. I've been a business coach since 2015. I've been, helping people with marketing strategy and stuff like that. And I remember actually how frustrated I used to be when I would have coaching sessions with people and we would discuss a plan. They were on fire about the plan. Like we were on the same page. I knew it was the perfect thing for them. And then we would come to the next session the week after, and then they wouldn't do anything. Or like I just really felt like there was something that would stop them from doing the work, right? Or getting the results or stepping out. And I also look into my own life, right? The times where I'm so excited about something, I really want to do it, and then it just doesn't happen. And then I talk about it again and I think about it again and I talk about it with some friends and it just doesn't happen. And so, but for some reason, as business owners, we put so much weight on our strategy, on the plans, on what we want to do. And unfortunately, our strategy in our business is only 20% of what really matters. The only 80% that really truly make a massive difference is the invisible stuff. It's the faith, it's the mindset, the energetics, the emotions that we bring to the table. And if that 80% is not in alignment with what we desire, we will not have the things that we want. Okay, so this is what I want to talk to you about today. So if what you believe and what you desire are not aligned, you will not achieve what you desire. And the reason for that is that the things that you believe, they will always win. How do we in getting the results that we want? It starts with a belief. First, you believe something. Your beliefs will create your emotions. It will affect how you feel. If you believe that you're a good person, you're going to feel like a good person. If you believe that you are not worthy, you're going to feel like you are not worthy. And there's a feeling and emotion associated with what you believe. Now, what most people do is that they think, oh, I have a desire, so I'm going to go and take action. But action is only the third step in the sequence. First, you believe, then you have an emotion, and then you take action. This is why, for example, a lot of people, when they're like, okay, I want to lose weight, for example, and they go to the gym, they're like, I want to lose weight. The reason why they don't actually lose weight is because they have a desire to lose weight, but their belief about losing weight is not aligned with that desire. So they go to the gym week one, week two, and then nothing else happens, right? Because there's no alignment there. You will only sustain the actions that you truly, truly believe in. If you don't believe that you're someone who goes to the gym consistently and is able or worthy of losing weight, you're not going to do it, even if you desire it with all your heart. Misalignment is why you see talented business owners, they plateau. They have clear goals, they have desire, they really want to get somewhere, but they just don't get there, right? Or why people repeat the same patterns over and over again, even if they really desire to change. Or why success feels so exhausting rather than something that is energizing. Like, think about it. If you really want to be successful and you're super excited about it, it shouldn't feel like something that's burning you out. External achievements don't create lasting fulfillment either when you are not in alignment with your beliefs. And there's a hidden cost to that misalignment, because it creates internal friction that will drain your energy and your focus. In 2019, I did the summit and I was so excited about doing a summit. I really wanted to create the connection, I wanted the community. I got in touch with 27 different speakers and we did it. And it was a great event. At the end of the summit, I crashed. I crashed. I couldn't do the follow up emails. I could not. Why? Because there was this misalignment there. If you are someone who's called to this life of business, you're supposed to, yes, there are moments that are going to be difficult. Yes, there was a situation that you will need to work out, but it shouldn't be a constant sense of setback and disappointment. So stop focusing on your strategy. The big question here has to be, am I in alignment? Are my desires and my beliefs in alignment with themselves? In business, it's 80% emotions, energetics, mindset, and 20% strategy. 80% how you feel about what's happening, what you think you're worthy of. It's about how aligned that you are, 80% of that. And 20% the strategy, the emails, the lead generation, the selling, and all that kind of stuff. Ask yourself the question, like, have you been putting the right balance, the right time and energy in the right thing? The first bold move that you have to take is to identify if your desires and your beliefs are not in alignment, and to do whatever it takes to make sure that your beliefs are in line with the dreams and aspirations that you have for your business. You have to treat your mindset work like you would treat a broken bone. Imagine you were running and you fell and you broke a bone. You wouldn't just leave it there to heal on its own, right? You wouldn't just leave it there swollen and broken. You would go to A&E. You would get it, like a diagnosis to see where is the bone broken, get the proper care. If it's broken, you would get a cast. And then for 6 weeks or 8 weeks or however long it takes, you would make sure that you take care of that cast and you don't put pressure on the leg and you're healing it, right? This is a level of attention that you should put into your internal capacity, your mindset. So how do you identify if your desires and your beliefs are not aligned? Well, there are some physical and emotional indicators. Your body often will signal a belief desire misalignment before your conscious mind actually catches up with it. Is number one, procrastination. If you constantly delay taking action towards something that you said that you really desire to do, right? Then your beliefs are likely to not support it. You say, I really want to make 6 figures in my business, but you're not taking the actions, what is required, right, for you to make the 6 figures. Like you, for example, you want to be visible and you don't want to show up on social media. You don't want to post. Every time you have to post, you're like, oh, I don't want to, not today, right? Not today is a really good indication that there's a misalignment. Number two, physical tension in your body, right? Unexplained tensions and knots. Like for me, it'll be in my stomach. Or like shallow breathing when you're thinking about the things that you want to do and you're like shallow breathing. Again, this isn't your body telling you something's not quite right. Number three, self-sabotage. So you get close to success, so you're going for it, and then you crash. Like the example I gave you with the summit that I did in 2019. I was going in, I was all in, I was pushing myself to do it, and then at the end, I just crashed. Or if you're hot cold, your motivation, like 1 minute you're like super enthusiastic, you're excited about what you want to do, and then the next day there's no follow through. Like there's a sudden loss of interest, of energy, and you're like, oh, I can't think about this. I don't want to do this, right? These are indications that there is misalignment. There is no condemnation whatsoever. Like the way that you feel, it's just we're just human, and these are things that happen to us humans. They happen to the most successful people in the planet. The difference between me and someone who is achieving their dreams and going for what they really do want, or is that they're actively consciously shifting their beliefs so that it matches their desires. That's the only difference. So there's no condemnation at all. Like this conversation is really good for you, for me, because it allows us to really sit down and go, okay, what is it that I need to do now that I know that there's a misalignment or there's a mismatch? What is it that I can do now to actually make it work for me, right? And that's it. And that's brilliant. But the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because in my whole career as a coach, I noticed how discussed this is, right? Like we don't discuss this topic. This is not something you go to business school and you learn. Most people feel like I'm procrastinating and they feel so bad about the fact that they're procrastinating, and they don't really know or understand that it's because their mind that is actually built to protect them is doing what it's meant to do. And so there's another layer of work that needs to be done in order for you to get results. You can have the best strategy in the world, but if this is not an area that you look at, it's not going to matter. All right, so I'm going to give you 3 questions. I'm going to leave you with 3 questions that hopefully are going to help you identify if you feel that, there's this misalignment, that are going to help you delve deeper and help you start breaking through those beliefs. Let me tell you the good news before I tell you the 3 questions. It is 100% possible for you to shift your beliefs. It is 100% for you to align your beliefs and your desires. 100%. Also, I need to tell you that when you have desires in your heart, they are placed there for a reason. If you have a desire to do something that's honorable, that is good, that is going to benefit others, that is going to benefit you, that is going to create legacy for your family, it's always a good idea to grow your business, right? To bless other people, to help more people. Of course it is, right? So when you have a desire, it's legit and you're meant to do it. But your mind is designed to protect you from anything that is not familiar to it. And so you have to do the work. Okay. So here are three questions. Number one, if you were to achieve the desire that you have in your heart overnight, what negative consequences are you afraid might happen? Now, this question is important because it's going to reveal the hidden beliefs about how success might harm you or the people that you love. And it will show where you have protective beliefs that are working against your desires. Question number two, where in my life am I saying that I want this, but my actions consistently show otherwise? So this is going to expose the gap between what you said you desire and your actual behavior, the patterns that you are displaying. Because most of our behaviors and patterns, they just happen. We don't really realize them, right? They're on autopilot. And so if you've had goals, that you've had them for years, but you never truly pursue them, you want to be looking for that. Or areas where you invest not too much time, even if you say that it's really important to you. Situations where you create really valid, we call this rationalization, valid excuses for not taking action. And the thing about valid excuses are very valid. Like, I don't feel well, so I'm not taking action. Or someone in my family is not well. These are very valid excuses, but someone who truly desires something and is in alignment, they know that things will happen in their lives, but they still will go for what they really desire. Also, the other thing to look out for is opportunities that you talk yourself out of at the last minute, or you just don't even consider. And most of the time, that'll be because you don't feel like you're worthy. Okay. Question number three, and this is the last one. What would I have to believe about myself, others, or the world for my desire to feel completely natural and inevitable? So write your answers down. Notice immediately physical reactions to each of the questions. Where are you feeling them? Do you feel tension in your shoulders, in your stomach, in your chest, in your womb? Some people feel them in their back, in their hands. Like, what are you feeling physically? Look for patterns across different goals and ideas and desires. Pay attention to the beliefs that you have from your family or from society. And when you do this, I promise you, this will absolutely change your life. And I know this because it has changed my life as well. All right. Let me know in the comments if you think this is helpful. And because obviously my intention is to really support and help you. Answer the questions. Take your time. Take yourself out for coffee or something in an environment where you're not going to be distracted or interrupted. And ask yourself these questions. And I promise you, they hold the key to your next bold move. All right. Beautiful. Thank you so much for giving me your time and attention. And bye for now.